It's time for Defenders of the Cross. Hi, I am Daisy. In this episode, we discuss the changes to the Perfect Equipment rework and the Relic system overhaul.
And I am Kofar C. I will relay the details and most common questions users have posted concerning this new updates as well as some tips on how to maximize their use. All that is coming up next.
Defenders of the Cross episode 2301, recorded Thursday, January 12, 2023. Two big changes. This episode is brought to you by the Item Mall. The savvy shoppers amongst us know that ever-elusive secret discount code is inside this video. It's a closely guarded secret, available only to those who can decipher the code from the cleverly disguised series of clues presented throughout. Savvy shoppers will be rewarded with substantial savings on their purchase if they take the time to unlock this hidden bounty. But act quickly, the secret won't last forever and, when revealed, will no longer be available. Perfect items are going to be receiving additions and updates soon. The first thing we'll be doing is removing the level requirement of perfect weapons and armor. Instead, these items will now have stat requirements such as strength, intelligence, dexterity, and concentration.
This change will roll out first with perfect armors, with the possibility of it rolling out to perfect weapons in the future. This change now means that players of any level will have access to these advanced armor pieces, so long as they meet the required stats. Their base stats will also be increased to match the higher level armors that have become available. We will also be adding perfect face items to give defenders additional gearing options for a variety of builds. Perfect face items will have job class requirements, and will receive a considerable boost to their added stats, seen as blue stats, but not their base stats, seen as white stats.
In other news, relic items, as you know them, are about to change. They will be divided into tiers which defenders can carry out missions in order to increase. Designated game moderators will be working to make tasks to increase relic tiers available. The process of obtaining a relic remains the same as before, finding something impactful for the story or developing items for specific storyline purposes. This is where all relics will start.
As many are aware, the previous relic system had several issues which prompted us to put relic growth on pause while we remade the system. After much discussion and action, we have established a new way to handle relics, which address the old issues, and we will be testing them live soon. Up-and-coming relics require certain tasks to upgrade. At this point the relic will be giving appraisal stats, but only a small amount. Once you've completed the tasks to increase it to Tier 2, the bonuses will increase considerably. The top tier is what would have been considered in the past a fully developed relic. This requires tasks to be done in order to upgrade it as well. This third tier can be considered the last tier of a relic. As you grow stronger, unlike before, the relic will work with your passives and build now. Getting masteries will help it grow beside you. This part does not require a game moderator to work, as relics will automatically increase their bonuses further once their wielder fulfills a class mastery or gets new skills. There is a bonus tier that will be added, but it is for very specific cases. This bonus will be reserved only to relics that impact the storyline in powerful ways. This is a tier that will be much harder to achieve and will not be pursuable. Instead, it will only be issued off of storyline factors. Not all relics are meant to reach this state, but if your acts with the relic go down in history, then, who knows? Relic change will also greatly affect legendary weapons who increase considerably because of this new addition.
Question: what about current relics?
One thing we want to let defenders know is that we've recently had situations in which a defender had a relic that was an item mall item. Item mall insurance does allow you to keep the item, but that doesn't mean it will be a relic if your previous character died with it. The item will be returned to you, but its relic status will be lost. As for items that are already relics, we are aware that several characters are running around with relics obtained in the past. Some have carried out more tasks than others with their relics, so we will be taking a look at these on a per character basis and determine the tier they are meant to be at. A few things we can already tell you is that items taken from Erua's treasure room stash will be considered tier 1, and those that have been in constant use to be tier 2. Items that have gone through heavy storyline modification will be considered tier 3. Items that were relics due to error, or no real storyline purpose, will lose their relic status.
Question: how do you know you have a relic?
Since you will be carrying out missions to obtain a relic, once you obtain one, you will be informed by a game moderator. Defenders who already have relics will be contacted in-game, and informed of which of their items are relics. It is player responsibility to keep track of which tier their relics are currently at. Relics are affected by durability as any other item, they can break, and their durability will decrease if repaired with a regular repair hammer. Keep perfect repair hammers handy. Be aware as well that some of them seem to show low durability, but it is not the case, it is a visual bug. Repair them carefully always, just in case.
Question: what happens when my relic is not in use?
Depositing your relic, handing over the relic to someone else, and unequipping your relic will no longer remove its relic status. You can pass on your relic to another player, or store it for another day. There is just one thing to remember. The bonus tier will drop down to top tier if you pass it on to another player.
That's it for this episode. We thank you for supporting Defenders of the Cross. If you have deciphered the clue, make sure to enter the code in the checkout area of the item mall. Your discount will be shown before payment. But